I think one of the important differences for California is the image in our mind of what business success is. I think very much in the California brain is the idea that true business success is going into a garage with your best friend and coming out with a product that changes the world. Whenever we talk about a major change in society, which is going to have a dramatic impact on the way that we do business and on our economy, it's really important for business people to take an advocacy role and say, we understand the problem, we know we have to address it, and we're very capable of doing it.
I've spent my life at the intersection of urban planning and urban execution, urban management. It's hard to imagine anything that will be more profoundly impactful on the future of America's cities and communities than severe issues of climate change.
What we were trying to do with this report was to bring the global idea of climate change down to a specific regional human place and put it on an economic basis.
California is such an attraction to people from around the country and the world because of its temperate climate. These projections show that the combination of extreme heat and drought and other climate effects will take those temperate areas and give them 95-degree days that will double in number and by some projections triple in number in California. It means higher energy prices. It means wildfires with hundreds of thousands of acres of land destroyed, including that which is arable and used for crops. You have extreme heat and the implications for worker productivity, professions that can be outdoors, nailing on the top of a roof, for example. There would be limitations on what times of the day that can be done. Other outdoor jobs in agriculture, for example. All of these are concrete things that you can project and understand. Now we're talking business losses.
There are going to be some businesses that are absolutely directly affected. So those are going to be businesses like the ski industry, the tourism industry, agriculture, the businesses that depend on snow or water for their lifeblood are going to be directly and severely impacted. It's not just precipitation changes, it's precipitation changes coupled with much higher temperatures. In the years when we have lower precipitation, we're extremely likely to have higher temperatures, which means that we're going to have more evaporation, much lower snowpack. So the idea, if we're dependent on snowpack for our drinking water, it's being hit in two different and multiplying ways.
Business leaders are the best at quantifying things because they have to. They've got to go through calculations like, how much insurance should I buy if I'm going to build along an area of the coast with possible threat of inundation? How much insurance, if I can get insurance at all, should I buy for this?
In the case of the Montreal Protocol, quite a few scientists thought that the ozone layer was depleting. And there were others, perfectly respectable people, who doubted it. They all agreed, however, that if it happened, it would be a catastrophe. So President Reagan had the idea that we should take out an insurance policy. And the result was something called the Montreal Protocol. And that worked. Many of us believe the climate is warming. I certainly do. I think there's lots of evidence. And that the carbon production has something to do with it. So as we have found in digging in the risky business project, if it happens, there are severe consequences. So we're saying, why don't we take out an insurance policy?
We know we can solve this, and we want businesses to become part of that solution and to advocate for our ability to solve it. So we get past this whole idea that somehow this is insuperable. It is not insuperable. We want businesses to be the solution.